Hello, back with another one of these videos talking about my CD collection that you can see in the background here. I just talked about the Blake Babies in the last episode, so I was looking over here to see what the next one was, and it is Blur, Think Tank. This was a Value Village find. I skipped this album when it came out because I thought it wasn't going to be very good. The reason I thought it wasn't going to be very good is because the guitarist, Graham Coxon, had quit the group, I think around the beginning of these sessions. And so I thought, well, I'm going to pick it up anyway and check it out. Can't lose for a buck. Um, but it's actually remarkably really good. I heard the first single, I think it was Crazy Beat, that came out. I heard that on the radio, and I didn't care for that one. I thought, but I always liked the fact that Blur tried new things. I like the artwork on here. It's kind of Banksy style artwork. I don't know if he designed this artwork. I can't see any information about the artwork here. But there is still really good songwriting going on in this album. How does it fare against the other Blur albums? Well, I think Park Life was where I first heard Blur. I might have heard some of their stuff before that on Much Music, like some of their singles that they released, some of their music videos I might have seen on the Wedge. But I got into them around the Park Life album, and then the album after that, which I think was it called 13? I think, or was it self-titled? The one with song number 2 on it. And then and No Distance Left to Run. I really like that song. This one I've only listened to once, and I'm gonna give it another go because they're very talented songwriters, and I'm glad Graham Coxon reunited with the band. And I'm also glad that Damon Albarn works on other projects. He works on Gorillaz and The Good, The Bad, and The Queen. And he did some session work with Elastica. I just found out about yesterday. I watched a really good documentary that BBC did called Rock Family Trees, and They start off by talking about Suede because Justine Fleischman and Justin Welsh were in Blur originally. I didn't know that Justin Welsh played drums for them originally. And Justine was playing guitar for them before they kind of broke through and found their style. And then she went off and formed Elastica, which was another great band, which we're going to get to eventually. I wish I had more Blur albums. If I see some in my travels, I'm going to pick them up. But I'm not buying as much music because I've been listening to Spotify, and I'm thinking about actually opening a booth at a flea market and starting a record store that way. And because I find I'm not listening to my collection that much. I'm listening to CDs in the car, going through them alphabetically, but it's kind of like why dig out the record and clean off all the dog and cat hair and try to line it up perfect, and then after a while there's some static, and then at the end of the album I got to get up and go turn it over. Not a big deal, but when I can just go look up the album and hit play, and there you go. There's more of a commitment listening to recorded work on a physical format. There's a little more dedication to it. I'm not going to get rid of all of my stuff, but there's a lot of stuff in my collection that is filling space. And to be honest, we could use more space in our house. And the thing that I love about selling records, I did a flip video where I showed all the records that I was selling, and some of them sold. What I loved about that was how excited people were to get those records. They were enthusiastic about records that were just sitting in a bin. So, It's better in their collection where they're going to be loved and cherished than it is in mine. Plus, I got some money for them, so that's good too. I'm trying not to cling to physical things. I'm trying not to cling to possessions because in the end, they're probably all going to go to some record store that's going to pay a fraction of what they're worth. And that's okay too. But I'd rather meet the people who are going to buy the records or buy the CDs or the cassette tapes or the movies or whatever it is I'm selling. So if you like this video and you want to put a comment down below in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, I think I'm going to sign off. So tomorrow, should I tell you what's going to be on tomorrow? I think tomorrow I'm going to do another video. I'm going to be talking about my Bowie section. Now this is just the CD section I'm going to show you here. This is my CD collection of Bowie. The rest I have on vinyl or cassette. I think I might be missing one or two, especially the live albums. But I've got most of his studio records, and I'm going to be filling in the gaps there as well. So that's all for today. I hope you're having a great day. See you again.